Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nokuhle and I am excited to be doing this. As you guys already know, my channel is about personal finance and like being an adult. So I thought it would be fitting that as we approach the end of the year, I do a bit of a pulse check just to see how far I've come in terms of my own investing journey, what I did well, what I think I want to improve on, and what my plans are for the year of 2025. I really do encourage that you also do your own reflection, even if you're not sharing it with us in the comments, but just do it so that you actually are aware of what you're doing. And like I always tell you guys, this is non-financial advice. I'm just telling you what I've done. And guys, remember, I don't know everything, and as you'll see as we continue with this video, there are things I want to change in the coming year, just to show you guys that I'm also human and I also make mistakes. But let me not waste too much time and let's get straight into the quiz. The question is, what is the main benefit of investing early? Option A, you can retire earlier. Option B, you can get rich quickly. Option C, you take advantage of compound interest. Or option D, you avoid paying taxes. Let me know in the comments what you think the right answer is, and I will share the solution at the end of this video.
My name is Nokuhle and I'm a personal finance creator. Some of the videos I've made include how to buy shares, top 10 affordable cars, how to file your taxes, side hustles, interviews, you name it, I've done it. Note, these videos do not constitute financial advice. My aim is to plant the idea, it's up to you to water it.
Alright, so I'm going to start off with the breakdown of my investments. Also, I will be expressing this in percentages, so I'm not going to be quoting the actual rand value, just because of two reasons. The first one is when it's rand value, it's very hard to compare. The second reason is that I don't want to attract thieves, so I also have to be safe. In 2023, my notice account had 48% of my wealth, and now in 2024 it is at 25%. Other assets were at 10% in 2023, but this has increased now. It's sitting at 20%. Unit trusts, these were at 17.8%, but they've dropped to only 16.5% of my total investments. Franc, this used to be at 3.5% of my total wealth. However, it has increased in 2024 to 10%. Fixed deposit, this has actually remained the same. It was 7% last year and it's still 7% this year. US shares and ETFs. So I used to have 3.5% of my investments in the American stock market, but I've now increased it to about 7%. Crypto, I had 4.8% of my total investments in the previous year, but currently it is now at 6.5%. Local shares and ETFs, so shares in South African companies and like baskets of shares of South African companies. This used to be 4.8%, however it's increased now to 6.5%. And then UK shares and ETFs and Australian, blah blah blah, I've just grouped all of that. It was at 0.7% last year, it's now at 0.6%. I have not included Lomaku and my investment holding there because I felt like it was going to throw me off a bit, and also just because I don't have a 2023 value for Lomaku, so it wasn't going to be very educational. Let's get into my highlights, the things I liked, the things that worked. The first thing is making an actual goal and tracking my progress. So when the year began, I actually sat down and kind of wrote down my goals. I actually still have my goals right up here. Another thing that helped me is that I broke it down into digestible chunks. So when you look at the big goal here, it's kind of, overwhelming. It's like, where do you think you're going to get that amount? But because I kind of track my goals every single quarter, I'm able to see what's okay. If after the first 3 months I've reached this point, it means halfway I need to be here, and then by third quarter I need to be here. So that really did help because it made it more realistic. And then another thing, a win or a highlight. So when I look specifically at Franc, I wanted to just zoom in on Franc. Franc was at 3.5% last year, and it has now grown to 10%. And it's mainly due to two reasons. Reason number one, I didn't want to hold a lot of cash like in my bank account. So in previous years, I was holding a lot of money. I was very liquid. If anything happened, if I had an emergency, I kind of had the money quite easily accessible, which is good for emergency funds, okay? but not too accessible, especially because I've been seeing a lot of trends where people have their phone stolen, or they lose them, and then whoever picks it up or whoever stole it kind of just drains their bank accounts. So that scared me a lot, because I was like, I can't just have my wealth so easily taken or drained by someone just because I lost my phone. So I kind of told myself during the year that I'm gonna try have less just sitting around, because when your money is in like an investment, it's very hard to just take it out. You have to send in the instruction, and then it takes about 2 to 3 business days to actually reflect. So it's a whole process, and someone who's stolen your phone is not going to go through that whole process. Also, by the time you're 2 to 3 days in, you probably would have reported all of these things. So that was kind of my big push. But also, number 2, the main reason my frank has actually grown is because this year I had a shared goal with my cousins, and I feel like I've been talking about it, but the pressure was getting worse. And when it started off, you're all very excited, and that's just how investing and saving is. It's exciting, it's stokfela, everyone has money, everyone has these big goals. But as the year progresses, people kind of get bored, or life happens and you kind of start needing the money. However, because I had my cousins in that shared group, I just felt like I couldn't let them down, because I would see their notifications coming in. Ziphe has made her contribution, Tutuga has deposited into your shared goal. So I was like, I can't drop them, especially because I came up with the idea. So it helped me. It was positive peer pressure. But anyways, if you're also interested in investing and saving and you're not really sure where to start, I would really encourage that you do check out eFrank. It is available on your App Store or Google Play, and just make sure you are using my referral code, which is Nokuhle1. I'll leave more information in my description box, including like other videos that I think can help when you're trying to navigate the app. Okay, cool. Alright, so let's circle back to the question that I asked you guys, which was, what is the main benefit of starting to invest early? And the options I gave you guys was A, you can retire quickly, B, you can get rich quickly, C, you take advantage of compound interest, and D, you avoid paying taxes. The correct answer is C, you take advantage of compound interest. So the main benefit of starting to invest early is taking advantage of compound interest, where your returns generate their own returns over time, leading to exponential growth of your investment. So all the other options are not completely wrong, okay, but that is not why investing early is important. Now I want to talk about what did not really work out, okay? Some of my lessons are: start off small. Like, even if you feel like, I don't really have much, that little that you have is better than nothing. And I realized that there was like an investment that I had been putting money towards ever since I was in varsity, and the amount is so small, guys. Like, it's so small because I kind of forget it sometimes, because I don't see, like, it's not a big chunk leaving my bank account. However, when I logged in and I checked that unit trust, I had accumulated so much money in there, and I was like, you know what, this is just confirmation that even a little goes a long way, because right now it's like, it's a sizable amount, and I could take it out and put in something else, but I think I'm just happy just leaving it like that. Also, number 2, automation is best. So I need to learn to automate a lot of my investments, because I'm still very manual. Every single month I kind of want to go click in my banking app and I want to go transfer, and I think I do that just to pat myself on the back to say, yeah, I did it, I invested. But the truth is, sometimes when it's so manual, it's just like heartbreak every single month. Because every single month you think about how much less money you have. Whereas if it just went off as a debit order, you wouldn't even think about it. The same way you don't think about your Netflix debit order or your Apple Pay debit order, it just goes off. I think I want my investments to just do that. Another lesson that I learned was around my emergency fund. So I had an emergency fund when I stepped out of my job. But what I found was, because I knew I had this amount of money, and because it was so easily accessible, I just started applying through it. Like, every month there was just a little bit that I'd transfer back into my account, because and it's fine. It's only 1,000 rand, it's only 500 rand. But then eventually I kind of saw myself deteriorate my emergency fund, and it was like, how I'd worked so hard to build this thing, but it was so quick to kind of finish it. And I'll tell you now, having my emergency fund back at what it should be has been great, because the freedom and peace of mind you have when your emergency fund is sorted is unbelievable. Anyways, my goals for 2025: 1, I need to have a better understanding of my salary. This will also allow me to have a better understanding of how much I can invest every single month. Another thing I'm hoping to do in 2025 is I want to put more in my tax-free savings account. I feel like I have not been utilizing this as much as I should be. This is like, it's tax-free, and because I'm a long-term investor, I put in money and I kind of don't touch it, and I'm probably only going to touch it when I'm like in my 50s. I think because I'm not feeling the tax effect right now, I haven't really cared too much, but like the fact that it exists means it's there for a reason, and also why would you not take advantage of that? So that is something I want to do. Also, one of the financial advisors I spoke to still haven't really settled, but they also kind of did recommend this, so I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna try and max it out next year. I also want to get into the property market, and I feel like I've been singing this song and you guys are probably so tired, and I think I'm kind of stuck right now on whether I'm doing it as investment property or buying my first house, like for me to live in. So I'm a bit confused, and I also just don't want to buy a house just because my dad says so, or society's like, oh, you're still renting. Yeah, you know. And then second to last, I want to keep my notifications on for all of my apps. I think some of them I haven't really switched on, but I need them on for everything. If it's money, I want to know about it, whether it's coming in or leaving. I need to know. And then lastly, I do want to give my retirement savings a bit of attention. I did try this year, but I think I want to give it a bit more attention next year, but I will tell you guys how it goes. I'm also telling future self, I'm telling Nokuhle in 2025, so that I can catch myself if I have not done any of this. Okay, but anyways, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I hope you have enjoyed my investment reflection. Final reminders: check out the Frank Investing platform if you are interested in, investing and saving. Could be in your individual capacity or with a group. And then secondly, do check out the investing series that I have on my YouTube channel. And yeah, I cannot wait for 2025. I wish you guys all the best in your goal setting, and I hope you have a safe holiday and Christmas and all of that. Also, my eyeshadow is literally matching Christmas colors, if you guys can see. It's red. Okay, anyways, bye.